Many people do not know why their life looks so hard. Sometimes it's nothing, just because the iron is blunt. And so much strength is needed to prosecute a kingdom reality. See, no matter how wise you are, you can never be able to bring down a tree easily with an axe that is blunt. You will try, but you will labor like the labor of a fool. It will weary you. You need to be able to give time. Go and sharpen the knife, sharpen the axe, sharpen the cutlass. When it's so sharpened, when you stand before the tree, you may give it just 2 strikes and it will come down. These men that used to fall down tree, what do they used to call them? With this engine, saw, with their saw. I realized that even those people that work in timber shed and the rest, they have so much time to sharpen those their saw. By the time that saw is sharpened, when they just put it before you know it, the tree has come down. But when it's not sharpened, they take so much time and energy. Sometimes even the engine spoiled just because it is not sharpened. Wisdom is profitable to direct. Many of you right now are in the process where God is sharpening you. God is purging you. God is purifying you. Please, I beg you, allow those that are moving up and down, those that are not stable, those that are doing all kinds of things. There are so many men today that refuse to stay for them to be sharpened, stay for them to be built, stay for them to be well prepared. They want to rush out there just to cut down a tree. They are going to be trying to cut down the tree. They will suffer again and again. And you'll be so shocked that one man that his axe has been sharpened can come and is cutting down many trees in one day. And yet again, they are trying to cut down one tree in 7 days and they cannot. Allow the Lord to sharpen you, my friends, because wisdom is profitable to direct. You may have a gift, you may have a talent. Nobody may value it, nobody may appreciate it. Don't want to sharpen it. Develop it. Build it, equip it. By the time you are done developing it and building it, it may take you 2 years, it may take you 3 years. By the time you stand one day, when it is well developed and you speak, they will wonder, who art thou? Where comest thou? You think they have not known Jesus? They have known him for many years. You think you can be 30 years in a place and people don't know you? Jesus Christ was not a hidden man. It's not as if he went to a cave and hid like John the Baptist. He was in the city together with the people and he stayed according to scripture. He was staying in that place for all those years. For 30 years his father was a carpenter and he has been working together with his father deliberately. And you believe they don't know him? It's a lie. They knew. Everybody knew him. But what he was doing was that he was sharpening his iron. He was sharpening his axe. He was ensuring that he come to a point where he's fully prepared and made. For 30-something years, in fact, for 30 years, Jesus Christ never attempted to do any miracle. He was wise because he knew wisdom is profitable to direct. He might have tried and you'll be disgraced. He might have tried and it may not work. And sometimes by the time you are trying to cut a tree with an axe that is blunt, you will get discouraged. Do you know how many people have come to me as an apostle? We have prayed for the sick several times, it didn't work. I said the problem is that you have not learned the way of the Spirit. In as much as you want to work for God, you must allow God to work with you first. The frustration that comes in ministry, the frustration that comes in churches is that many ministers, I'm telling you, they are not well built. If you are built, God has a people that they must hear you. They may not be the present congregation you have, but I'm telling you, there are people that must hear you on the earth. When you see a man, nobody hear him at all. Nobody. His family don't believe him. His mother don't believe him. His friends don't believe him. is because his iron is blunt. When you see somebody singing song that even himself cannot hear the song, anytime you look at the CD, he say, Kai, wait I go sing like this. Know that the iron is blunt. When you preach a sermon that yourself he cannot bless you, just know that the iron is blunt. If your message cannot bless you, you can never bless anybody. If your song cannot bless you, you cannot bless anybody. If they tell you bless them, they are lying. You know, we live in a generation where people clap for people even though they are doing rubbish. May your friends not clap for you when you are doing rubbish. The people that love you will tell you are wrong. And they will look at your face. Even when you are trying to be angry. I know sometimes people's face will swallow like this. Say you are still wrong. If the iron be blunt, so much strength is required. But wisdom is profitable to direct. There are so many men that God is going to bring on the landscape. And many of these men are still being prepared. They are still being cooked. And because they are still being cooked and they are still being prepared, it looks as though their life is too slow. People may not know why their life looks as though they are slow. It's not that their life is slow. These men are going to bring down many nations in one day than those that are trying to bring them down in many years. Let me tell you, I discover part of the strategy of war is that you stay and plan for long. When you stay and plan for so long, you can conquer a war. And that is why when they want to go to war, they call and say, check and see in the spirit. What will be the outcome? They have strategy and they have plans. And anytime they see that something is going to go wrong, they will postpone it. They are not in a rush to go to the battlefield. Because when they go to the battlefield unprepared, they can die. If they die, is there any hope again? There is no. So they rather take their time and even retreat. It's not a bad thing for you to retreat. If you discover your life, things are not working, go backward. Go backward so that you can look better and begin to re-strategize again. If the iron be blunt, so much strength is required. But wisdom is profitable to direct. A guy was sent to a region to go and open a ministry. The young man went there, and he didn't know that he was not fully equipped and fully prepared. And because of the zeal of the Lord has consumed. You know, we live in a generation where people, the zeal of the Lord has consumed them. You are not qualified to open a church just because you lay hands on people fall. You are not qualified to open ministry just because you can pray in tongues for 10 hours straight. If the iron be blunt, so much strength will be required. When the young man went there, and when the darkness looked upon him and asked, Paul I know, Peter I know, Jesus I know, who are you? And he realized that his name has not been registered in the council of the immortals. Although men have clapped for him, men have given him a name, but he realized that his iron is still blunt. And when he went there, so much strength he put. He tried this one, he failed. And even the prayer he think he know how to pray, it was shut down. Have you not been shut down before and you try to pray, you cannot pray? Look at this man. Mosquitoes, they look too small, but they have the ability to shut down your prayer life. Not a demon, mosquitoes. Am I the only one that one day wanted to rise up to pray and suddenly I feel as if my bones are shaking and I begin to feel wind in the afternoon and I begin to feel cold? It was not a demon, it was malaria. And sometimes those bones that is paining is nothing but typhoid. And when you want to speak in tongues, you discover your teeth cannot go, your tongues cannot go, and that mighty man of war has become a puppet. And that day what you need is the help of God. And that is why people do not understand that the qualification to work with God is not that you are qualified, it's that God just decides to help you. This is the reason why strong men never become strong in this kingdom. Never. And everyone that thinks is qualified comes and they failed.